Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today we're gonna make a commander guide of Cestaro, the Lord of the West. This video was made in a collaboration with Gore Commander's Guide on Discord, and like always you can find the link if you wanna join it in the description of the video. First and start with the guide, I wanna ask you to smash like on the video and also subscribe to my channel. It's really important for help me to grow with the algorithm on YouTube. If you wanna support my channel, this is absolutely the best way. Cestaro is an evil faction commander specialized on deal focus damage. You don't gonna focus on deal a lot of burst, but gonna deal a lot of damage over time. All the kit is focused on dealing damage and have no skill for protect themselves. It's not very recommended use that at low level cause need a lot of gear and respect for perform really well. But at high level, weight level, it's very strong. Talking about the skill, Cestaro at respect 5 have 23 points to assign on the skill. The first 5 you're gonna place on ring rate, a skill deals 200% focus damage on 2 enemies in the first 2 rounds of the game that apply in pre-battle phase, so if you are fast enough you can elude the White Council, and additionally at level 5 you're gonna deal 200% more poison damage when the effect ends. Then you place 10 points on Lord of the West for deal 150% on 2 enemy formation each round for all the battle, and that is a lot of damage. In addition you're gonna have 20% chance to deal again 150%, that is a lot of extra damage, and you're gonna have 3% focus damage dealt increase. Then you're gonna assign 1 point on Spell Seeker. This level you only want this skill for burning the defensive usage of the enemy. This skill gonna deal only 20% damage on these 2 targets, but it's still very good for 1 point. Then you're gonna back with 5 points on Ring Rate for max death and have 400% focus damage and 30% chance to stun the enemy hit by that in the first 2 rounds. You finish your build with 2 points on Spell Seeker for increase the damage to 60%. As I say, this commander require a lot of respect cause have 3 skill for deal damage, and until you max them and you have the unique, you are a bit inferior than the purple DPS of the evil faction like Lotr and the Shadow, so it's highly suggest invest more if you wanna use Cestaro. At respect 10 you're gonna have 3 points more to assign on your Cestaro, and also you're gonna have the possibility to unlock the unique fundamental for them. The 3 points you're gonna assign of course on Spell Seeker again for increase the damage to 120% and also increase your focus by 6. At this level you reach your soft cap not only for the fact you have 3 more points on a damage skill, but in particular like I said cause you unlock the unique. At respect 16 Cestaro with 4 more points on Spell Seeker maximize the damage of the skill up to 100% and also increase the focus by 5. At this level we have the hard cap of Cestaro where we have the maximum amount of DPS possible. It truly recommended don't go over respect 16 cause it's a completely waste, but if you choose to max the respect of Cestaro, of course you can place 3 points on the Evocator or have a skill that heal 3 allied formation by 165% in round 7. The final upgrade of Cestaro is absolutely not necessary, so do that only if you are a Mega Kraken. Cestaro is a commander completely dedicated on deals elemental damage, and for this reason what you want is max the elemental damage you deal. For do that you want damage on the equipment, you want focus, both offensive stat for increase the damage of your Cestaro. Talking about the weapon, the Obsidian Dagger with 22 of damage and 51 of focus and also 3 of initiative is the best in slot, also cause of initiative it is important for you be faster than a Gandalf the White. Alternative you can run the Morgul Blade, a nerfed version of the Obsidian Dagger cause have 20 of damage and 42 of focus with 3 of initiative. Then there's the option to run Blazing Tongue for have 30 of damage and 27 of focus. Is not strong like the first two option, but is the budget version of Cestaro, cause you can find this item in the seasonal shop. For last there's the Carver at epic level that provide 12 of damage and 18 of focus. Is not excellent, but is good enough for start with your Cestaro. Talking about chest, the best in slot is the protection of Numenorian with 48 of focus, the highest value possible on an armor. Then the Great Place of the East with 39 of focus, but is recommended only for Kraken, invest on a golden item, not best in slot. And at epic level, what I suggest to run is the Hunter Skin for 15 of focus or the Scout Mail for 9 of focus and 3 of initiative. If you are at epic level, what you have to prioritize instead of running a perfect item is for sure close the set effect, because you're gonna benefit more from that than what you gain from an item. Speaking about helmet, the Grey Wizard hat gives you 48 of focus and for this reason is the best in slot. Alternative, you can think to run the Cool of the Forest for have 18 of focus and 6 of initiative. That is very strong, in particular if you are already over 200 of focus. You're gonna benefit less from the exceed of focus, but with the initiative you're gonna have the chance to attack first than your enemy. At epic level, what you want is the Bone Mask for 18 of focus, and like for the armor, you're gonna prioritize close the set effect and pick the correct item. Talking about the accessory for Cestaro, they are very important because provide damage. The best in slot is the Signet of the Barrow, because provide 610 of damage, also 42 of focus and 3 of initiative. Slightly less focus than the Fine Smoking Pipe that provide 48 of focus, but with the initiative you're gonna have more chance to attack first than your enemy, so I consider that better than that. But the Fine Smoking Pipe is still the second best option. Then you have the Drums of Barad-dûr with 610 of damage and also 18 of focus. It's not created for a focus damage dealer commander, but is still very strong on that. And last option is the Palantir of Orthanc, which provide at least 10 of damage and 6 of focus. At epic level, what you can run is the Harp of Lothlorien for 18 of focus, but consider even at 0 star 0 refinement accessory at golden level is better because give damage to your Cestaro. So if you can run one of the accessory I mentioned earlier, run that, and at purple level close the set effect. And talking about that, the best set effect is agility that improve the initiative of the commander formation by 10, that mean plus 20, because you're gonna gain 10 for your commander and 10 for your unit, and is fundamental for apply the ring rate first, then White Council and other skill can nerf that. Alternative, you can use the lore of the arcane that increase your damage dealt with focus and poison by 10%, or you can use the Perseverance to increase your damage dealt by 2% each round. That's gonna benefit more in a long fight. And for last option, you have the War Cry that increase by 20% the damage you make in the first 3 rounds. That's gonna maximize the damage of your ring rate, but in my opinion is the worst option of these 4 I mentioned. Talking about the relic of Cestaro, the Staff of Morgul is essential for increase the damage of this commander. A stat level is nothing sensational, is normal, but the special effect Curse Weaver provides 40% chance to increase the focus damage dealt by 5% every time Cestaro deals focus damage, and this skill can stack 5 times. Consider the amount of attack Cestaro did every round. Very soon you're gonna have 25% increase on your damage. It's highly recommend invest on that and use all your mithril on that if you plan to run Cestaro. Talking about troop, Cestaro is an old school, so can carry every single troop, but what Cestaro want is a troop with really high amount of HP and also initiative. The first troop are a small unit, the Berserker, have really high amount of HP for a small unit. That's guaranteed Cestaro to survive long in the fight, and also the Berserker have a good amount of initiative for a small unit. The second troop I wanna talking about is the Riders, a medium cavalry unit with very high amount of HP and also very high amount of initiative. With that you're gonna counter the small unit cause you're medium, you're also gonna counter the other medium unit of cavalry, but this unit is gonna have an higher recruitment cost. For last I'm gonna talk about the field Beast, the best in terms of initiative for the Evil faction. That's gonna guarantee you to attack first than your enemy, but at the same time you're gonna be weaker versus archer and versus small unit, and gonna make you even more cannon glass than what you are. Talking about the commander you wanna play with your Cestaro, the first one is Sauron for the Deceiver, with increased damage suffered from the enemy unit for all the battle, and for a commander like Cestaro that won't deal damage all the battle, it's fantastic. Additionally, Sauron with CC and also the enemy skill gonna protect Cestaro from receive too much damage and give them more chance to attack longer. For second commander, I wanna talk about the Maros Sauron, not a very used commander, cause the principal buff, their Bringer of Darkness, just nerf 3 allied unit and also 3 enemies, so for a lot of formation that benefit from the attack, it's bad to have that in the formation. But not for Cestaro, cause Cestaro deals only focus damage and scale only with focus, so you're gonna have the full benefit of reducing the enemy attack for 3 rounds, but you don't gonna have any penalization for reduce the Cestaro attack. In addition, with the skill messenger, you're gonna reduce the basic attack of 3 enemy hero, and that's gonna make even more tanky your Cestaro. Talking about the counter, what you don't wanna fight is a Sauron more faster than you, cause can steal your ring rate and use versus you, and also you don't want the enemy reduce your focus stat, cause the focus stat is the fundamental stat for your Cestaro. Another commander you don't wanna fight is the Witch King, cause he's faster than you and have a skill called Lord of Minas Morgul, can reduce your initiative and make you slower than Sauron, Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Grey, and you absolutely don't want act after that. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this guide. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for future content. Let me know in the comment what you think about my guide about Cestaro, if you have some tips, some different idea. Like always, I invite you to join my Discord for see the full guide of this commander and all the guide I make. You can find the link on the description. If you want to support my channel and also spend less for buy your gems, I have an affiliation link with the devs where you can buy gems from the official site, spend 25% less than what you spend in the game, and also the devs gonna recognize me a little commission. That's gonna help me a lot. If you wanna do that, I'm really happy. Like always, thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!